when we went to the chamber as a team of 5 Sinn Féin councillors. And from that very first day in the chamber, she caused chaos, havoc. And for the last 12 years, Louth County Council really has been a site of struggle for Republicans and ordinary, decent women and men of County Louth. For the last 12 years as a team, we've worked hard to challenge the status quo. And over the last 12 years, our political opponents have either tried to throw Imelda Munster out of the chamber or have walked out of the chamber because they did not want to deal with the competition and the contest that we were bringing to their doors. Less than 3 weeks ago, the people of County Louth elected 2 Sinn Féin TDs. And it's all of our pride and it's all of our hard work that made sure that one of those Sinn Féin TDs in Louth was Councillor Imelda Munster. She's now my former colleague in the council chamber, but she is all of our deputy Imelda Munster. Búlbos mór agus fáilte.
It's an honour for me to stand here with you today on this, the 14th anniversary of volunteer Keith Rogers. Keith was a young man of just 24 years and had his whole life to look forward to. And we again extend our sympathy to his family, to his parents, Teresa and Martin, and his sister Michelle and her children, and all his friends and comrades. When Keith took the brave decision to join the Irish Republican Army, he knew he was standing up for Ireland, as our leaders of 1916 did, as the men and women in the protests, prison protests, and in 1981 did. Keith knew who his enemy was. Keith was a soldier fighting in a conflict, and he knew the risks, possible imprisonment and even death. But he was prepared to stand up and be counted as a soldier of Ireland. But it wasn't the Brits or the loyalists that murdered Keith. It was criminals of the lowest kind. Criminals that are no better than the Brits themselves, and they can try and justify it whatever way they want, but they will always be lowlifes. And it is these lowlifes and their actions that has resulted in the demonisation of the good people who live here. Republicans in North Louth and South Armagh are being vilified by the likes of Enda Kenny, Micheál Martin, Joan Burton, the SDLP. These people wouldn't be fit to tie the laces in the boots of Republicans like Keith Rogers. When the people of this area are being attacked and these gangs are operating with impunity, where are these so-called fine, upstanding people? No, I don't know either. They're nowhere to be seen. We have seen the demonisation of Republicans through sections of the media. We saw in the election how they ignored the trolley numbers, how they trampled on the homeless, just to vilify Sinn Féin whatever way they could. But with all their attempts to derail the Sinn Féin election campaign, the people had their say. We went from 14 seats to 23 seats. In Louth, I was elected along with our party president, Gerry Adams. We had gained 3,500 votes more than last time out. Almost 19,000 people gave us their first preference votes. So much for their policy of trying to vilify us. The people gave them their answer. And the people are sending a very clear message here today. We are not going to be demonised any longer. We are proud to be Republicans, just like Keith was. We support the peace process, as do the majority of people north and south. And there is no support for these criminals in any shape or form. These criminals are responsible for the murders of Keith Rogers, Garda Donoghue, Paul Quinn, the attempted murder of Frank McCabe Jr., beatings, thefts, and many more attacks on these communities. They are not Republicans in any shape or form, and make no mistake about that. The PSNI and An Garda Síochána need to tackle this head on and start supporting the people. If they need extra resources, then they must be given them. We need to see greater cooperation between the two police forces. We need a clear strategy on how this issue is going to be tackled and enough of the demonisation of this area. We are stronger now than we have ever been, despite our opponents. And I am also conscious of another good Republican who is absent from this commemoration here today. And they can use the poison of their pens to spread their lies, their black propaganda and their insinuations, and they can imprison us, but they will never, ever break us. We have an election. We have an election in the 6 counties in the next 2 months. Leave no stone unturned. We must continue to build and grow north and south. Proud of who we are, what we stand for, and all that we stand for. Proud to stand up for the working man and woman. Proud to stand up for the vulnerable. Proud to stand up for the people of no property. Proud to stand up for the people of Ireland. And it is up to each and every one of us here to make this happen. So let's make an Ireland that Keith Rogers would be proud of, that the men and women of 1916 dreamed about. It's in our power to do it. Let's work hard and deliver an Ireland on their behalf, in their honour, in their name, an Ireland where we can enjoy our freedom and peace. God made him a